I am back. I just showed you guys the crystals. So I am back here with Jeff, right? The owner. And he's showing me, oh my God, so much stuff. So if you guys live around here, Bradenton, Florida, what is it called? The Art Village?
Yeah, Village of the Arts.
Village.
We're at the Village Mystic.
And he's the Village Mystic. I would totally come here. First of all, look, I'm in the secret room here. He's going to be telling, hey, Tabitha, I'm giving you guys a couple minutes because I'm going to bring him on here. Jeff, the owner of this amazing, I'm getting this crystal here already, amazing stuff. And he's going to tell us about these skulls. I thought I'd bring him on here live. Hey, Denise. So I'm going to, can I turn this? Oh, I can turn this around. Okay. Okay, this is Jeff, and we're going to hear about these skulls right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what about these?
These are two of the ancient crystal skulls. I used to work with a lady years ago with 6 of them, and I traveled around the country speaking on their energy.
Okay.
And
Wait, this isn't maxed though. These aren't maxed. And so what do you mean for newbies? What do we mean by ancient skulls?
these, they don't know how they came about being. They have no tool marks. They have no acid etching, so they don't know how they came about being. But they were found in a cave in Mongolia, and there were petroglyphs on the front of the cave talking about a UFO crash site around 2000 BC. Here this is called anomaly stone.
Am I allowed to touch these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't hit them with your ring because they don't have any tool marks on them, and if somebody dragged a ring across it, it could look like a tool mark. This is anomaly stone. This is 17,000 years old.
Wow, 17,000 years old.
It's been on Ancient Aliens. A friend
What?
of mine, Ben, had them on Ancient Aliens. They're called Ancient Alien stones, which I have the poster on the wall there.
Wow.
Ben, after being on Ancient Aliens, was traveling from museum to museum and ran into somebody at the museum over here in Bradenton who knew me, and they told him there was a shaman in the village and that I had 2 of the ancient crystal skulls. So he came in and he was showing me his anomaly stones, and he was telling me they might have to sell a couple because his mom had cancer, but she was a wonderful person, so he didn't mind doing that at all. And so before he left, he said, Jeff, would you like to keep one of my stones for a couple days? And I said, sure. And he said, pick one. And this is the actual one that I picked. And I did not hear from him for 30 days. And so I'm somebody who strongly believes there's got to be a fair exchange of energy in the universe, or else it's just not going to work for some reason. And so I actually held on to the stone, and I did a lot of prayers for his mom. He called me 3 weeks later and he said, Jeff, what did you feel from my stone? I'm writing a book and I'd like to know what you felt. And I said, these were left here for healing. All of the healings that I've been doing has been wanting to get involved with, and it's actually showing me pictures that it needs to be on this person's stomach or it needs to be on this person's heart. And I said, so they were left here for healing. And he said, well, imagine that. I'm in Sierra Leone working with the shamans there. They tell me these were left for healing. I come to this little tiny city in Florida called Bradenton, and they tell me there's a shaman in this little village, and I go and visit him and leave him one of my stones, and he tells me they were left for healing. And I said, then the energy's out of balance. It's not my fault, but I was under the understanding I was only going to have it for a couple days. And it's been almost 2 months now. So 3 weeks ago, I did a lot of prayers for your mom to somewhat balance the energy and to try to help her and send her a lot of love. And he said, well, that explains it, Jeff. I said, explains what? And he said, 3 weeks ago, my mom's cancer went into remission. He said, obviously that stone was meant to be with you, so I want you to keep that stone. And so that's
Wow.
why I went with this anomaly stone.
And it's called anomaly. Did you
Or you can look it up on the computer under anomaly or ancient alien stone.
Ancient alien, and it has to be worth so much money. It looks like it reminds me of the same people from Easter Island.
Mm-hmm.
Like that same energy.
Well, there's
And I'm
something
feeling it. I feel like
interesting. Something interesting is his mom has
my
the
God.
same stone. Had.
Had the same stone.
She gave it to me. So I wound up with 2 of these.
Wow.
Which I wound up selling one for him to help him out. But if you look at this stone,
Let me look.
you can see the nose, you can see the eyes, you can see that there was once a bump here on the head, on the top of the head there.
Uh-huh.
But it's very distinct looking with that big nose and the big mouth. And an archaeologist friend of mine, Vincent Garcetti, had left me a stone that he had found in Machu Picchu.
Is this not cool, guys? Like, look at this. I walk in this amazing place and I get to even touch these. And you know, when I touch them, I feel high vibrating like, ooh, oh, that is so cute. Look how cool that is.
The nose is the same.
Oh my God, look how cool that is.
The
And that's from
eyes
Machu
are the same.
Picchu?
This is from Machu Picchu. How do you get the same deity?
Can I hold that? Oh, look at this,
How do you get
guys.
the same piece?
Wow.
Representing that same energy or that same facial features and all that.
Look at that. That is so cool.
From all the way around the world.
And I feel it like high vibration, but at the same time grounding. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of energy. And I also feel a lot of earth energy, but also star energy. So definitely from a different planet. Alien.
Yeah, and this particular skull is a female skull. And when
That's a female?
this was sent to me, her
Well, she's beautiful.
Her name is Aska.
Aska. Ooh.
AZ-KA.
Look at those teeth, guys.
Something interesting with the ancient skulls that I've always noticed is their teeth appear to be real. They're not like the carved ones that you see straight across and the uniformity.
Right. That is true. Now that you say that, that is really true. And then is this one masculine?
That was a male one.
Wow.
Now this one I was told was a Middle Earth skull.
Middle Earth, came from the middle of the earth.
Yes, and this one is a star skull. So it's interesting because you were holding this right above
The star one.
the star one when you said, I feel a star energy here.
Yeah, that's crazy. And this one I feel very, like, I'm even tasting with this one, I feel it detoxifies people and takes poison out. And I even want to like move my body. I even my ears are beaming high too. So you said this is Middle Earth, and you know what I'm seeing with that too is like it does feel Middle Earth because I'm seeing like avatars and lower creatures. Does that make sense? Because you're a shaman too, right?
From the Middle Earth, when you think about the ayahuasca ceremonies and what you were saying about wanting to move your mouth.
Yeah, what's that
is
about?
Absolutely. What do we do in an ayahuasca ceremony? We purge. We're getting rid of those toxins. We're getting rid of toxic thought. If it's conducted properly, I don't recommend it here in this country because too many people have made it recreational. But in a spiritual sense, it connects you back to nature when done properly. And with the protection and prayers that need to be there as protocol.
Yeah, well, what is, and so what is the name of your shop they're asking?
This is the Village Mystic.
This is the Village Mystic. As Katina asked here. Hey, Veronica, is this not cool? So we're learning about these skulls. If you guys are just joining, you have to go back from the front. We have some skulls here that are, how old are those?
These were found in a cave with petroglyphs talking about a UFO crash site around 10,000 BC. These
Wow.
are called Dropa stones and Dropa skulls. The Dropa stones were actually found in with these skulls, and if you watch the last documentary by Dan Aykroyd, he's talking about these skulls, and he's talking about the Dropa stones that were found in with them. Originally, they were these round stones with holes in them, and when you put one of the skulls in the center of that stone, it started emitting. Scientific, not metaphysicians, discovered that it's sending out a frequency that's so high it's pegging the needle on a PHF meter.
Wow.
So,
I can feel it right now, even just standing by it. It's working on my stomach. I just got, before I came here, I ate, and I'm like, oh my God, I ate too much. And I can feel it. I can feel the energy just going in and kind of purging or clearing or doing whatever it's supposed to do. Is that what that's what you've been noticing?
well, that's most of our healing, getting rid of toxic thought, getting rid of toxic toxic things that we inhale.
Right. And then what? And how old was this one?
This one, when they started excavating these, they believed they were around 300 to 400 years old. And then when they kept excavating, they realized that these were 17,000 years old.
Holy moly. And he's so cute. Like, I look at him and he's so cute. And then touching his energy, I just feel, and I see all these what are they? Hieroglyphic? What is it called?
Hieroglyphics?
Yeah, I'm seeing those the minute I tap into it. And I'm even seeing aliens. Ooh, and I see pyramids. It's pretty cool for me because everybody knows our channel here. I'm seeing pyramids. And I'm seeing weird looking creatures, actually. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Good. This is so nice for me to have an interpreter when I'm channeling. Yeah. I see just like these weird looking, and some aren't so nice. Like some are, I feel like lower vibrating energy. And then I see some are creatures. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what are those?
Well, the Earth was different at one point in time, and we had a lot of interaction from other planets. And it's been a constant evolution as we move forward. And so a lot of those old energies that we're not holding, love vibration or that higher vibration of unconditional love, were slowly stepped out of place. And we used to have dinosaurs here and stuff, and those are gone also.
I'm seeing some of those too. And that's with that. And how old was the little one?
This one I do not know the age of. A friend of mine who is an archaeologist.
So cute.
And he assured me that archaeology is not Indiana Jones with a whip and a horse and all these exciting things. And he says you're reminded of that when you're on a ledge in Machu Picchu with a whisk broom and a spoon for 3 weeks at a time. And
this one came from Machu Picchu?
Yes.
And what's his name?
I have not named him, and I've never asked him a name.
Yeah, I just heard that he needs to be named.
Okay.
So talk to him and find a name. I feel he needs to be found a name, and it feels like it's something fun and exciting. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know.
Well, a lot of the deities that were there in Machu Picchu, even though they may have had other labels, other names elsewhere.
Oh,
so
right.
Our interpretation of the Creator.
Right. Very
Those
cool.
are all labels that we try to give something to form an identity rather than just the understanding of what it's all that is.
So I just stumbled on this place. We just learned a lot of information. Thank you. And found out you also do readings and healings. Obviously, I will be back. I'm here next week too, because you said you don't do them now. But anybody else that wants to get a hold of you, I would definitely, you're in Bradenton?
Yes.
And do you do your readings and healings here?
Mm-hmm.
And what is your background? So what do you do? Like what kind of, you were telling me shamanic too?
Well, I worked with the Lakota, I've worked with the Cherokee. I'm a pipe carrier for 3 different nations. I've also been recognized as a medicine Buddha, where they flew a Tibetan Lama in from Tibet to do an 8-hour chant and prayers and put rice over me and incense and water and flower petals, rose petals. And so
very
I
cool.
do a lot of different aspects. I worked as an ayahuascara, so I've worked with the curanderos down in South America. So
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to meet you. And your full name?
is Jeff Wheeler.
Jeff Wheeler. Okay. Well, Jeff, thank you for all the information.
You're welcome.
I am so excited, and thank you for all this information. I'm going to be definitely taking pictures. Those of you that just came on, I would come back to the top. I even learned a lot, and I'm so honored. Thank you very much for sharing with us. He brought me back here, and I'm like, oh my God, this is my dream place. But I would definitely check him out. He's in Bradenton, Florida, and I'm going to be coming back myself. He doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to make an appointment with them. All right, see y'all. Great information here. Bye.